Hello, this is an introduction to indexing birth records. In this video, I'll be talking about basic keywords and various types of images. The first thing you need to know about indexing birth records is what information you need to look for on the images and which fields need to be keyed in this project. To help you understand the images more easily, let's start with some basic keywords related to birth records. Start by going through the keywords listed in this slide. Now that we know what information we need to look for and what are the related keywords, let's take a look at the first type of image. We can easily identify that the image is a birth record. The certificate number is also quickly identifiable. Next, let's find the event year, which is the same as the birth year. Look for the keyword which indicates the event year. The child's given name is shown in two places in this image, but the child's surname is shown only under the baptism record. There are a number of keywords that can help you identify the child's gender. To identify the father's given name and surname, first look at the name shown at the declarant, then look for further keywords to ensure that the declarant is indeed the father. Continue by identifying the mother's name and surname. Look for keywords like Nato da or Nata da. Last, identify the event, day and month which are shown after the names of the parents. This image type is very similar to the previous one, but with one difference. In this type of record, the complete list of the child's given names is shown on the back of the page that you can find on the next image. However, the surname of the child is usually shown on the first page. It's important to go to the next page and look for the child's given names to make sure that you don't miss out any of them in case they all are not listed on the first page. This is the continuation of the previous image. You can see that the child's given names are listed on this page. If you come across such images, just make sure to look at both the pages so that you don't miss out any important information. This is another common birth record type. Use the keywords to identify the required information. Look at the phrases shown in the slide to be able to identify records in which the name of the father or the mother is not shown. In this image, the child's surname is not shown. The names that are listed are both given names. Make sure that you key all the given names in the given names field from left to right. Do not separate given names or enter some of them in the surname field. If you are not sure if a name is a given name or a surname, keyed under the given name field. In this type of images, the father's name may be shown at the declarant as well as in the signature. Always capture the most complete form of a person's name that you can find on the image. This is another type of birth record. Use the same keywords to identify the required information. Look at the additional keywords listed in this slide. They will help you understand when the father, the mother, or both the parents are unknown. In this image, the keywords lui dichiarante or esso dichiarante are not shown, but there are other ways to check if the father is the declarant. Look at the phrase shown in the slide. In this image, you may notice that the father's surname is not shown. The father's given name is followed by the grandfather's given name and surname. Remember, you should not assume the father's surname based on the grandfather's. Unless the father's complete name, including his surname, is shown at the signature, you should leave the father's surname field blank. Similarly, do not assume the child's surname based on the father's, and do not assume the mother's surname based on the maternal grandfather's surname. Keep in mind that the declarant is not always the father. The declarant can be the midwife, the mother, a relative, or any other person. Look for keywords which indicate that the declarant is the midwife. Do not assume that the declarant is the father, and do not enter anybody else's name in the father's name fields. Look for keywords that help you identify the father correctly. If the image is the birth record of an abandoned child, the date of birth may not be shown on the image. In this case, index the registration date as the event date. Look at the keywords listed in the slide to identify that the child was abandoned by the parents. Pay attention to not enter any other person's name in the parents' names field. Look at the keywords listed in the slide which indicate that the names shown on the image are not the names of the abandoned child's parents. If you wish to get more in-depth knowledge about exceptions handling and additional keywords and birth record types, please watch the videos in the birth record series.